Before I even start this video, there's one thing I just need to show you guys right off the bat. This is the craziest sensation I've ever had riding a bike in my 20+ years of experience. When you start pedaling this bike, it takes a minute to get going. It gets going. And then, next thing you know, bro, you just start taking off like Superman. Wait, you're going 30, and then you're going 40, and then you're about to go 50. All right, folks, in this box today, we have a 72-volt wired Predator e-bike. The CEO of this company reached out to me himself and told me I need to try this bike. And I said, why is that? He said, just try it. So I said, okay, now we have one. It looks like there's a TV in here, but that is not the case. I think that's just to fool UPS package thieves, you know, whoever, into not destroying it. The whole appeal of this bike is that it's like a regular looking bike, but in reality, I think it's the fastest bike I'm going to own. We're gonna test that. First thing we gotta do is unbox it. Let's get started. Let's get to work. I am pretty excited to actually ride this bike because I think it is actually going to be a great solution for a lot of people nowadays. Why is that? First off, let's open it up so I can really show you why I think that. Almost there. There it is. This is why. It looks like a regular bike. Why is this a big deal? Well, if you've been living under a rock, you may have not noticed that e-bikes are getting cracked down upon basically everywhere. Now, the main culprits, or victims, I could say, of this crackdown are the fun ones. The surrons, the e-ride, you know, the stuff that people really like. Those are by far the more popular varieties of e-bike. And yes, I do call those e-bikes because they are electric and their bikes, and those are getting banned pretty much everywhere, unanimously, from California, everywhere, like all over America. They're just getting banned, right? Enter the 72-volt wired Predator. This is a bike that is obscenely fast, obscenely powerful, and looks like one of those regular kind of, as far as the styling, this is a pretty traditional style e-bike. A lot of them look like this, but they're not good, right? They have bad range, bad power, bad components, pretty much trash everything. So I feel like the look of these bikes get a worse rep than they actually deserve because of all the junk out there that looks like this and is actually junk. Now, this bike shouldn't be junk. It's expensive. It's from a good brand. The CEO himself put his name behind it, right? That doesn't really happen often with a lot of the branded content I do. I rarely have the owner of the company reach out directly and be like, yo, my bike is good, please try it. So that gave me a lot of faith. And like I said, the bike looks good. I mean, I like all black. It's not an ugly bike by any means, and it's supposed to be crazy powerful. I mean, look at the size of this sprocket, bro. I don't even know how many teeth is this? This is crazy. A quick look at the parts. D&M suspension, I think D&M front shocks as well. This is like a triple crown style fork, so not necessarily cheaping out anywhere like a regular bicycle drivetrain group set. This can be completely stealth. It's a dual motor, hub style motors front and rear. I'm pretty interested to check it out. It's a beast. I think it's about 70 pounds too, so it's not super light, and it's not necessarily designed for, you know, off-roading, but I will be trying to take this bike through as many situations as I can and hopefully not break it. That's always my goal, but if it happens, oh, it happened. In a separate box, oh, we get delivered the battery. Let's take a look at what we got here. 2 batteries. Is that what we're seeing? Okay, this clearly is a battery. Dang, 2 motors, 2 batteries. This is a hefty bicycle. This is indeed our second battery. There's definitely a market for e-bikes that don't look like surrons now. In a lot of places, I feel like that's like primarily what's being targeted. You know, when a bike looks like a surron, that's kind of like what triggers the cops to pull you over. But if you have this kind of looks like a regular bike. If you live in a place like a beach town or like one of the coastal areas, Orange County, where they just hate e-bikes, probably still gonna have a problem. Seems like over there, any type of e-bike, you're gonna be in some type of trouble. But if they're specifically looking for surrons where you live, like the ones that look like small electric dirt bikes, you're probably gonna go straight under the radar with this. So yeah, there's 2 motors, 8,000 peak watts. That is the same as the 2025 Surron. Same wattage, higher top speed. Surron, I think, still goes around like 50, maybe even less than that. I'm kind of heavy, so I feel like I get a little bit less than 50 miles per hour on a Surron. So this is probably gonna smoke the light B. Got a front fender. Here's the tires. I like this. It's not really probably gonna be great in dirt, but it may not be awful. I mean, you can see there's a rack on the back, so that kind of gives you an idea who this is marketed towards. There's gonna be 2 camps of people who are looking at this bike. One of them is gonna be like, who would buy this? And the other is like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. My goal is to show both of you guys what it can actually do. And I can't lie, I'm excited to get out and try it myself. Here's our charger, standard fare. I mean, nothing crazy. Get this bike out on the stand. Definitely a 2-hand bike. Got to do front end assembly. Pretty much just putting the handlebars on. Looks like everything's connected. Put the front wheel on. That's it. Right here we got our sticker, class 2, 750 watts, 20 miles per hour. Sure, finished product. If you looked at this bike on the street, would you know that it goes faster than 60 miles an hour? I would have no idea. I don't think the police would either. Just saying, not you know, trying to give anyone any ideas, but very stealthy. Matte black, great. Like the finish. There's also like a little, where is this? There's this. This is it looks like nail polish, but it's actually touch-up paint. This finish is really nice, and if you scratch it, you can touch it up with this touch-up paint. Very cool. Nice touch. Love that. Paint job is nice. Anyways, we didn't get this for the paint job. We got it for the performance. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that is give it its first ride. Here we go. All right, folks, we're out here in the Valley on the Wired Freedom. Why did I pick the Valley? It is because the most hostile drivers in all of Los Angeles are out here in the Valley. This thing goes faster than most cars can go on the street. So in my brain, that made sense. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. Here's how the bike looks. There's 3 switches. I thought this was regen, but it's which motor you have. So at 2, you're dual motor. 3 is the rear. 1 is the front. Mode select buttons, nothing crazy up here. Got a bell. Gears, probably won't be using that at all. Pedaling is secondary on this bike. It has a half twist throttle. No kickstand sensor, which I just learned right now. That's that. Showed you guys most of the other things about the bike. 2 batteries, 1 back here, 1 in here. It's a pretty heavy bike. This is not going in an SUV. I tried to put it in mine, not happening. You need a truck to take this thing around or a bike rack. I also want to mention this bike is big. Here is it next to my Ultra B. By the way, I'm giving that bike away on hicksfam.com. That is linked in the description if you're interested in entering for a chance to win that. It's close in size to that, so yeah, when I'm riding this thing, it feels big. But without further ado, all right, first time riding this, fully charged. We did a little bit of riding to get here. It says the motor is 111 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if that's bad or good. There's 5 assist modes. From what I can tell, I haven't really noticed a difference in them between 1 and 5. Maybe that's the pedal assist. I don't know. But we are in dual motor. Let's go ahead and just pin the throttle. The front wheel struggles to get traction. Okay, brakes are not bedded in on this bike yet, so we're not going to be going too crazy. Oh, okay. Tire skirted a little bit right there. Okay, first initial impressions, pretty impressive amount of torque you get in dual motor mode. It's almost as if it's struggling to keep traction, which is, you know, that's what's going on. Bro, this thing is so fat. Wait a second, hold on. Okay. Okay, can we finesse through here? How much sensitivity can we apply to this half throttle? Not crazy. It's not very featherable. It still kind of yanks you away. Could be worse. All right, I'd never ride bikes out in the Valley for good reason. It's because people drive crazy out here. I think the worst drivers in all LA are out here in the Valley. But this thing, you feel like you're a car. I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like I'm in a power stance when I'm riding this thing. I have the seat kind of low too, just because it's a little bit of a hassle to get on and off this bike, but you can put the seat high up and you're in like a really nice seating position over the top of everything that's going on, which I like. The first thing I want to do is go to just a little bit of dirt. I just got caught on camera. Whoops, should have said cheese. It's a hot day, bro. Hold on, how hot is it out here in the Valley too? Hopefully this bike doesn't overheat. I mean, we should be good, but whoa, okay, yeah, there's like I gotta get used to this throttle. Let's go ahead and put it in the rear only. All right, we should be good to go. Actually, there's a one-way. Okay, when you put it in rear only mode, the throttle's a lot more bearable. It still kind of yanks you away a little bit, but in that dual motor, it's like it's ready to go. Can we just mob this curb? Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe not the best idea, but these tires are kind of like all-terrain-ish. I wouldn't say they're necessarily all-terrain tires, but that's kind of what they look like, you know? Whoa. Oh, that was just a suspension rebounding. I was like, that didn't sound good. Okay, we're getting yanked away. Let's drop in right here, scoot through a little bit of dirt if we can. So first thing I noticed, pedaling is like an afterthought. Oh my God. Yeah, and pedaling doesn't really seem like the thing that I want to do. Ugh. I kind of just, the throttle really, oh God, it seems like the move. Yeah, the throttle is the primary method of propelling this bike forward. And boy, does it propel forward. Yeah. It's a little bit of light off-roading for us. To get around this. Now, I don't think off-roading is really this bike's forte, to be honest. Can it do it? Well, you're looking at it. Okay, to get up this. Oh, nice. Okay, not bad. Actually, not bad. Bro, this thing is kind of nuts. So here's, okay, whew, let me catch my breath. Brake check too. Hold on, wait, let's do a brake check in this parking lot since we got a little bit of open space. I do want to test the top speed. I thought the top speed was 70. I think it's closer to 60. I think 55 plus is what it actually states. We're just gonna pin it, dual motor, see what type of braking distance we get right here. I mean, not bad. There's no regen as far as I can tell on this bike. Like when you stop throttling, you just kind of coast. It's kind of another thing I like about hub motors too, is that it's just quiet. You're on like, it sounds like a regular bike when you're just kind of coasting, which is nice. It really completes that stealth attribute that this bike has. And plus the fact that it looks like a bicycle. We can kind of rip through here too. Let's do it the reverse way. This bike is big. That's one thing that's still catching me off guard. It's pretty large. I like to have a low center of gravity on my bikes, which is another reason I have the seat slammed. It's keeping me a little bit closer to everything going on like down here. I love the rack though. This is a battery. So 72 volt, 35 amp hours is what you get with this bike. When you have both batteries installed, you have 35 amp hours, which means this bike should have crazy range actually. Like it should have a pretty absurd amount of range, even if you're throttling it around all over the place. We do have our distance traveled. We've already gone 2 miles just getting things started. Let's go ahead and go the other way through here. Okay, like off-road is possible and doable, but I wouldn't consider it the strong suit. I'd put it more in like the camp of it's something that you can do, but it's not like the thing you should be doing, if that makes sense. Oh my God. Oh, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I think, is that you can do it. Should you? Maybe not. Oh God, my feet just blew off the pedals. Just, oh God, I am literally hanging on for dear life. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, hold on. Let's get through here and let's get back up to the road. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay, nothing feels loose. The suspension is, need to up the compression or something. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say off-road is a thing that you can do, but not a thing that you should do. We'll just leave it at that. Woo. Okay, step 2. We're gonna go climb some hills. And to do that, we gotta get to the hills. Curb check. The package just bounces up like a I almost got hit in the butt by the rack, bro. Okay, so far so good. I mean, there's 2 people that immediately come to mind when I think about who is gonna like get this bike. One is like, if you already know surrons are no-go where you live, like it's just like a forget about it type of thing. This will scratch the speed itch, I think, and a little bit of the torque. This has more rated torque than the surron Light B does, 330 newton meters. I think the new Light B's have like somewhere around 250. So that's 1. 2, you want to be the fastest food delivery guy to ever live. You know, put your food cart here, and you will set PRs. I think when it comes to doing food delivery anywhere, I think you'd be pretty much unstoppable. I mean, keeping up with traffic, cars, 40 miles an hour right now, absolutely no problem for this thing. Kind of sick. I know there's people who like prefer this style of bike too, kind of like a more upright seating position. This may come to a shock to some of you, but not everyone prefers like a surron style e-bike, which especially now that I feel like more and more places are just not letting those slide. You get caught on like a e-moto, you're getting pulled over, depending on where you're at. You guys know where I ride typically, it's not a problem, but I get stories every week of you guys telling me like, oh, you know, I can't ride my e-bike, I got pulled over. Some of you even get impounded. I really don't see that being nearly as much of an issue on this bike, unless you get caught doing this, which is going, you know, as fast as traffic, which is kind of the point. But you know, my only advice is use discretionary caution when riding your e-bike. Doesn't matter what you got, right? Oh my God, bro, we peel out every start. I kind of, that's gonna take some getting used to. It's kind of funny, a little sketchy. It's almost better to start in mode 3, which is rear only, and then kick it in mode 2. Activate the front motor after you get going. I feel like if I was gonna main this bike, I'd like make that into habit. Start on 3, go into 2 once you get going. So, the other main thing I'm sure everyone's curious about, obviously this bike is top link in the description if you want to check it out, is the price, $36.99. Now when you consider that it's 72 volt, 35 amp hour, I mean, those are really good specs. Those are, I mean, for that price, you're pretty much looking at the range of e-bikes that's significantly more than that, even like the E-Ride 2.0, 72 volt, 40 amp hour, new RAR Mantis X is around that price. Ultimately, I don't think these things are very cross-shoppable if you're looking for that. Like if you want that experience and you want something that feels more like a dirt bike, you're gonna get that. This is more like, it's great for the city probably. It's got a rack on the back. We're still going almost 50 miles an hour, which is kind of nuts. Very nuts, actually. Kind of unsettlingly. It's kind of scary, bro. what I actually want to say is I'm kind of like a little, like, it feels a little unnatural going this fast on like a regular bike with pedals, you know, and I'm just kind of like sitting here like, but here we are, yeah, here we are. I'm not complaining. It's sick. It's super sick. Brakes work too, thank God, man. Thank God they didn't cheap out on the brakes. That's something you often see on these types of bikes, regular style e-bikes. I say these regular style e-bikes because this is like a more classic hub motors, front and rear, big batteries, one here and one on the rack. I saw a lot more of those when I was first getting into the realm of e-bikes, and now they're a little bit less common, but this is like the pinnacle of that. I feel like it's like the best version, the culmination of everything that you could do with this style of bike. And this is probably, I mean, the guy who makes these, the CEO, the owner himself, he seems very tapped in with the market he's trying to appeal to, so he knows like what he's doing, I think, is a thing that I would say. Motor temperatures at 152 Fahrenheit. That's probably fine, right? I mean, it's a hub motor. I don't know. We're burning out at every stop. Yeah, that's going on. We're about to see a car accident. Thank God Mini Cooper was looking at the road and not his phone. Straight up. Out here on Ventura in the Valley, another benefit of being out here, I can kind of stretch this thing out a little bit. Not the smartest idea. Look at that G-Wagon. Kind of neat. Low-key passing cars in traffic. Yeah. All right, we're gonna turn up Berry Drive. We're gonna go climb some hills right behind this Porsche Carrera. Hopefully he wants to go. First time driving stick, buddy? Yeah, it would be nice if you go, you know, that'd be great. Okay, we got some hills here. These are not the steepest hills in LA, and these are also kind of sketch because a lot of them are sort of blind. But I want to see the hill climbing capabilities. This was not bad. I want to say probably 12% grade. I mean, we're going 30 up this hill. It's that's pretty good. This one's pretty steep too. I mean, not even a problem, really. Not quite E-Moto's level of torque and power up a hill, but as far as like traditional e-bikes go, not even a comparison. Like, I don't think there's anything that looks like this that is going to compete with this thing's ability to go up a hill at all. Like, at all. Straight up. As far as a commuter style e-bike, it is it is bizarre how capable it is at doing stuff like this. You kind of get into some of that fun factor of, you know, why the E-Motos are great in a big bike package. Is it more comfortable? That's arguable. I think like it kind of is. It's definitely like if you prefer that regular seating style, you got a bicycle seat. It's big, it's comfy. Oh, it's hard to say. I'd have to sit in the saddle on this thing like all day. Anyways, we're currently carving Hollywood Hill roads on an e-bike like we're in a Miata, which is pretty sick. I don't like this turn right here. Yeah, I don't know what it was about this one, but I was, yep. I kind of want to pull it though. It's just a little too blind for me to really commit to going up a hill like that straight up. See a truck like this comes up, it's gonna be the end of the day. That's kind of fun, bro. Honestly, I kind of like that it burns out every time you start going. It's kind of sick. Oh, see exactly what I mean. You gotta watch out for these turns out here. I lifted Ram 1500 will quickly put an end to your day. Owner of the company specifically asked me to come test it out on hills. I mean, you guys are seeing we're flying uphill. Like, we're genuinely flying, throttling uphill. This may not seem impressive if you only ride like surrons. You're like, oh, I should be able to do that. But for a regular e-bike, trust is like, it's kind of rare for one to be able to do this so gracefully. Here's the big hill. We're gonna go down it right here, and then we're gonna go back up it. So let's get to it. We're gonna stop, turn around, full pin up this thing. This is probably the steepest hill we're gonna find today. It's not crazy steep, but it would be awful to ride a regular bike up it. Topping out going 26 miles an hour up that steeper hill. Not bad at all. I am having a lot of fun. So I have the seat all the way down just because, like I said, I like to be a little bit closer on my center of gravity riding these bikes. And it kind of wedges me behind the rear rack and the battery, so I can kind of lean back. Like, it's not a horrible place to be on this bike. We're gonna slow down here. We're almost up at Mulholland Drive, which is gonna be a nice view at this time of day, to say the least. Motor temperature is up to 183 Fahrenheit. Still don't know if that's bad, but I mean, not noticing any particular failure or reduction in capability of the bike. Still seems like we're chugging along just fine. Up here on Mulholland, we're gonna make a right. It's kind of busy right now, honestly, but let's go. First off, we got to check out the view up here on Mulholland. Not bad, right? All right, let's keep it going. Oh, I would not be upset at the addition of pegs, like surround style pegs on one of these bikes. Dang, look at that view. Sick, bro. Sometimes you get on a bike, bro, and it just takes you to places you wouldn't typically go, man. That's why I tell y'all, get a bike, e-bike, even better. Let's go. So there's a slight downhill. It's not gonna be the true top speed, obviously, because downhill is kind of cheating. But, I mean, we will be going the fastest that we will be able to go on this thing for sure. Whatever that number is, we'll probably get it in the next few minutes. Down to 89% battery. I'd say that's really good, considering we did about 400 feet of climbing. We're at 7 miles on the odometer, and this is the first ride, so I would expect as the batteries kind of break in, range would probably be even better. But 7 miles with 10% of range, I mean, if you multiply that by 10 to deplete the entire battery, or even 9, that's what, 63 miles of range? I mean, that's pretty good, if that's accurate, you know. That's a healthy bit of range. Like, that's a lot. All right, we are here at Laurel Canyon. Yeah, I think the first thing, okay, our battery dropped down to 86. I don't know. I'd say probably realistically, you're looking at 50 to 60 miles of range on one of these bikes, which is great. First thing I would do is probably just, I don't know if I'd even, like, me personally, I'd disable the pedal torque sensor. I just wouldn't even use it. This bike is a throttling bike. You can pedal a little bit to get it going if you want, I guess, but like, the throttle is crazy. It's got gears. I haven't even shifted once, you know, those are there. I like that there's not too much messy stuff on the cockpit. It's pretty simple. Your motor selector, and that's it. All right, we're about to go down Laurel Canyon on this rocket ship. Okay, that's water. I don't like wet tires ever. Yeah. Reduced traction, no bueno. Let's see if we get 50 easily. We have 50 right there, 51. This is not a race. This hill is actually not for the faint of heart. We can coast all the way down it, still probably hit a crazy speed. There goes some cops. That ain't good. Have a nice day, officer. Thank you very much. Oh, they are pulling people over on Laurel Canyon today. Good thing I didn't. Good thing I didn't go flying by. There's a pretty high likelihood I would have got pulled over if I was testing the top speed right there. Just saying. Yeah, just saying. Look, he's looking. Yeah, he's looking for something to do. I am not trying to be the target. Oh, look, I'm pedaling and everything to not look. Let's just throw out a little bit. Let's bring up a little bit of speed. See what I mean, though? Anonymous. You just don't, like, in this area I'm in, there's a higher than usual chance of me getting pulled over if I was on a surron style bike or something like that. Look at that, he's going up in someone's house. He's going up in their driveway to catch someone slipping, bro. That's crazy, actually. Okay, yeah, I would say it's significantly higher than usual compared to the other places I ride, but he doesn't even look twice at me when I'm on this. He gave me a look, he was like, oh, it's a guy on a bike. Whatever, there you go. All right, kind of flat, straight throttle in. Can we hit 50? It's gonna be our best place to do it. Bam. There you go, folks. Faster than a surron light beat, for sure. Okay, we're not testing our luck too much today. We got out of there in one piece. Okay, all right. A little bit of dirt, off-road. Not quite the best place to take this bike. Hill climbing, easy. Top speed on a flat downhill, around 50, 51. Not bad, right? Not bad. For a regular looking bike, not bad. For the price, I think you got a really good package for what you pay for on this bike, honestly. It is kind of big, but given that it has solid range, decent power, a rack in the rear for storage, and you can pedal it, which, you know, for some people that's a deal breaker. For some people, a deal breaker if you can't pedal it. You know, a lot of people require pedals now. It is a must. If you're gonna get pulled over, you can say, look, officer, my bike has pedals. Look at the sticker, class 2. Boom, you might get off scot-free, you know? The guy who makes these bikes thinks ahead. He's definitely on top of his game, so. Whoa, oh boy, our man is sending it. Okay, I do want to test what this thing is capable of if you just pedal. Let's find out. We have it in, let's see, let's take it up to mode 5, just pedaling. Oh, you gotta really like, okay. I mean, yeah, it's just as powerful. I'm not using the throttle at all, by the way. Okay, yeah, bro. Wait a second, what? That is the craziest feeling ever. Dude, it's like you're Superman or something. You just start pedaling and next thing you know, you're going 50. Okay, bro, that was the most unexpected, like, sensation I think I've ever felt. Like, you just start pedaling like it's a regular bike and next thing you know, you're flying. Wait, that is crazy. That's crazy, that's crazy. Wait, Okay, that's like a second level of fun on top of the throttle only. God, it's dude, I was not ready for that. Okay, hold on, wait. Let's go. Okay, let's go from a dead stop. Gotta get it going. Obviously, if I shift it down a little bit, it'd be easier. But look, we're already going 25. Dude, what? Oh my, dude, it goes away from you. It starts yanking you away. Oh man, okay, that's fun. I wish I could describe, like, that is the most bizarre sensation I think I've ever felt on an e-bike. It's like you got motors for legs. Like, you just start stepping on it and this just starts walking away from you. Oh, it's so cool. Wait a second. Okay, the brake sensors cut off the motor engagement though. So once you hit the brakes, it kills the motor. Probably smart. Wow, dude, wait, this bike is actually pretty sick. I want to get a rolling start right here. We're gonna come on, go. Let's go. I want to max out. Let's max out, just pedaling, no throttle. Bro, this has got to look crazy from the outside. Hold on, we got to get like a roll by shot. Just from pedaling. It's insane. Oh my God. And you gotta stop. Don't forget to stop. So if you're watching this and wondering what is the secret feature, what makes this so overpowered, it is this. In the settings, this bike doesn't come at 100% power. So everything you've been seeing from me so far has actually been at 50%, which is kind of crazy. The first thing you have to do is go to class setting, change it to unlimited. You go down to throttle percent, front and rear needs to be to 100. Out of the box, this is set to 50 for both. Now we are at max unrestricted throttle. Crazy enough, all the riding we've been doing up until now has not been max throttle. Here's our first pull at max throttle. Hold on, let's go. We should be able to hit an even higher top speed now. Fully unrestricted, maxed out. Flying, almost 60. That's a cop. Did we hit 60? I don't know. Oh my God. Okay, testing the brakes. The brakes work. You are going so fast at that speed. Like the world is an absolute blur. It's a total blur. Like, you need to really understand where you're gonna start stopping, because if you miscalculate it, it's over. Okay, this road is probably our best bet for hitting 60 if it's gonna be possible. All right, this is another perfect straightaway. Let's go. Tucked in, throttle pinned. What can we get to? 55, 56, 60, 61. Oh my God. Oh, we're flying. Oh my God, bro. This thing is faster than most of my e-bikes. Bro, you forget how fast 60 is until you're like going that fast. Oh my God. Okay, wait a second. This thing is crazy. This is faster than my Surron. I think it's faster than my Ultra Beat. Oh my goodness, bro. This bike is ridiculous. Like, the amount of danger you can get into this bike, realistically, it's the same as all the other overpowered, extremely powerful e-bikes. Oh man, like, you gotta be prepared physically, emotionally prepared for the speeds you can hit on this thing, bro. You could also just ride it like a regular bike though, don't get me wrong. If you just want it as like a range beast with a crazy amount of range, you don't have to go 60 all over the place. You can just ride it like a regular bike like this, you know? You kind of just twist the throttle gently and kind of just hover around. You know, when you're going 60, you're going 60. But when you're not, you kind of look like a dude on a regular e-bike. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But I can't lie, it's so much fun to just twist the throttle on this thing and go. You just want to do it. And next thing you know, you're going 40 miles an hour, which is, I mean, you're going faster than the speed limit on most surface roads, at least in LA. Like, you need to be on the highway to really enjoy this thing and to its max potential, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. It's also really nice if you like have to be somewhere. Like, I don't know, if you commute, maybe there's not much traffic on your commute. You could take this. There's a police station right there. Yeah, anyways, big shout out to Wired for sending me this bike. It's very fun. You can check it out at the top, a link in the description. Of course, other than that, get on my website, hicksfam.com. If you want to see what I got going on over there, we're giving away a bike over there as well. Let's go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video very soon. Peace.